Late Show. I'm your host, TV's Craig Ferguson. Please, sit down, relax. It's okay. Take it easy. Unbuckle your pants. Put your feet in the stirrups. Everyone's going to be fine. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to play tonight. It's a great day for America, everybody. It is a great day for America, and I'll tell you why. Well, is it a great day for America? It's not bad unless you're Tom Cruise. He had a bit of a rough weekend, Tom. Mission Impossible 3 only made $48 million this weekend. I know it sounds like a lot, but bear with me. It's not that, like, I mean, it's not that much money these days, really, 48 million. Oh, to you and me, yes, but to Tom, no. Anna Nicole Smith wouldn't even get married for that kind of money. You get the 40... You get the 48 million there, but half of that goes to the theatres, the movie theatres, and then half goes to taxes, and then half to Tom Cruise, and half to Scientology. The studio owes about 50 million bucks already on this thing. The studio would have been better off buying lotto tickets. Which, frankly, are better written, I have to tell you. Oh, meow. Now, Tom Cruise produced the movie as well as been in it, so he'll be all right. Don't worry about him. He's got money left. He'll be okay. He'll still be able to send little Suri to college. Just might not be able to buy her a college, but probably can. Do you know what the Mission Impossible 3 needed, I thought? I saw it. You know what it needed? It needed 3D. MI3 3D. That would have worked. Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you want to see Tom Cruise all running at you all close and everything? I'd be a bit scared. I'd be scared. Get Oprah in 3D. Jump off that couch right into your lap. Woo-hoo. Do you remember they did a Jaws movie in 3D? You know what? I think it's time for another Jaws movie. You know what? It's been too long. Come on, Jaws. Bring it on back. We need Jaws back. And to freshen it up, they should have Jaws fight Rocky. Listen, it's not that far-fetched. Stallone is he's actually making a 6th Rocky movie. That's happening. And he's playing the boxer. Imagine that, you know, but Jaws and Rocky, a Jaws-Rocky movie, that'd be great. Drocky or Jockey, I suppose you call it. You imagine you get the mighty battle between a rusty mechanical beast and a shark. Come on, I know it's late, stay awake. No, not that. No, it'd be great. Rocky, get in there with Jaws, you can take him.
He's a big shark, I don't swim too well. I got a cut in my eye, the sharks are going crazy.
Like... Now, you have to wear, for the 3D movies, though, you have to wear the special 3D glasses, don't you? The red and the blue thing or something. I don't have to do that, because I had the LASIK 3D eye surgery. It might have been a scam. I woke up, my eyes felt the same, but my pants had been rearranged in some way. All right, that's a lie. I made that up. I don't actually, to be all honesty, I don't see the appeal of the 3D movies. I don't understand it. Because your life is in 3D. You know, everything's in 3D. You're waiting in line at the DMV, it's 3D. You're weeding your garden, 3D. It's not that special. I want 2D. That's what I want. More 2D. Or double D. I'll take double D. Double D. 2D. Why not? But Mission Impossible 3, I think that's what I'm talking about. Who knows? Who cares? Mission Impossible 3 is the start of the summer blockbuster season. So all the big movies will come out over the summer. X-Men 3 will be out this summer as well. And I'm a little worried about that too. Because I don't know how I feel about Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine now that he's been doing all those Broadway musicals. Because they're bound to have an effect. You know, the moon comes out and his claws goes up and he goes, oh, look at those nails. He He's got those claws. If he does jazz hands, thousands of people could be killed. He'd be good in an X-Men musical, though. That's what they do now. That's what's popular now. You take the movies and you turn them into musicals. Lion King, The Producers, Lord of the Rings, all musicals. And if this Mission Impossible 3 tanks, it could hurt the chances for Mission Impossible 3, the musical. Which would be great. Here's your mission. It's impossible. You'll never do it. You couldn't turn Mission Impossible 3 into a musical, because it might make the Tom Cruise character seem gay. You know what? I always loved the movie. I love the movies. And growing up, back in the old country, the town I grew up in, we didn't actually have a cinema when I was a kid. It's got a cinema now, we didn't have one then. But we had there was a guy named Uncle Bob. And at the local town hall every Saturday morning, he'd get an old projector and he would show cartoons, you know, and we'd all the kids would go. And Uncle Bob, he had a wooden leg. And, you know, and so the kids all, you know, gave him a great deal of respect. They were all very sympathetic, you know, walking behind him like this, you know. But Uncle Bob, he used to show cartoons every Saturday morning, and it was always Woody Woodpecker. And I always thought with him with a wooden leg and Woody Woodpecker, I thought. And so we used to always watch his face while Woody Woodpecker was doing his thing. He had this strange look on his face when he saw that. It was like, you won't get me, you feathery bastard. He had that look. And then in high school, when I saw movies, it wasn't at the cinema, it was, we used to have a film society. They called it a film society in the school. It was the only way to meet girls outside of the school. And they put up a bed sheet in the dining hall and then project films onto it. And they called it the Film Society because they showed films with boobies in them. It's the only way to see them. I'll join anything. Hey, you know, you're a horny teenage boy in Scotland, you do what you have to do. The first movie I ever saw in a movie theatre was with my dad. We went to see Enter the Dragon, the old Bruce Lee movie. It was, you know, it was the first, like, it was rated X, it called it at the time. It's like an R-rated movie. My dad took me to see it. I think I was about 13. And it was a karate action movie, a lot of violence. I saw it with my dad, and we were all cheering through the violence. Oh, this is great. And then there's a sexy scene in the movie, like one sex scene in the movie, and me and my dad are like, I don't know if we should be here. This is kind of weird. And the violence started again, and we were fine. But in Britain back then, the big movies, the movies that were really popular were called the carry-on films. It was a series of movies. Carry on is an expression in Britain. It means like misbehaving or, you know, stop carrying on, behave yourself. They had, you know, and there were a series of movies, like comedies like Carry On Screaming. It was kind of like a horror comedy. Carry On Camping. It was like, you know, set in a trailer park. They were very low budget as well. They made Benny Hill seem like highbrow. You know, it was all very cheeky humour and, you know, and double entendres. Ooh, all that stuff. You know, it was all like a busty lady holding fruit saying, "Here, what do you think of these melons?" All that stuff. Or, "Oh, that's a big one, Vicar." All that stuff. The carry-on films, see, they were popular for decades in Britain, but over the years, the writers got lazy. They didn't even bother coming up with the double entendres, like, "Oh, look at that." They were just single entendres. They were just entendres, you know. "Oh, that's a big one, you know, your penis." And a lot of these movies were set in hospitals. You know, because you know how sexy it is in a hospital. You know, the nurses were horny, the patients were horny, the doctors were horny. It was like Grey's Anatomy, but with jokes. and plausible storylines. Anyway, there was an actor in those movies, a guy called Kenneth Connor, who was in these movies. His catchphrase, right, he had a catchphrase, this was it. He would do this. Every time something naughty happened, he'd go, That Gives you an idea of the comedy well, it explains why I'm like this, basically, I suppose. But while Britain was making these carry-on movies, you know, America was making classics like The Godfather. You know, and I always thought it would have been nice to combine the two.
You come to me for a favor on this, the day of my daughter's wedding?
Oh. Oh. I don't know.
Worldwide Pants.